doing today, Angela?
Pretty good, yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. Thank you for coming in today. So, what I'm understanding is we're going to do a past life regression today. Very exciting. Have you ever done a past life regression before?
Actually, I have.
Very exciting, very exciting. So, this is simply a journey of the imagination, okay, guided by your subconscious to access memories, symbols, or wisdom that may help you today. You'll always be in control, and you can choose to go as deep or as light, whatever feels right to you. That's the most important part, is your comfortability. If at any time you want to return, all you have to do is simply just do it. The purpose of insight is healing and understanding. How does that sound to you?
Really good, makes me feel good.
Good, good, yeah. Safety and comfortability is definitely the most important thing, because without that, the fear aspect can keep you from the connection. Does that make sense? Okay. So the beginning part is what we call the induction. It basically just gets you relaxed enough that you feel more comfortable with getting to that trance place. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. And so then after that, we'll do the past life regression for Akashic Records, and then we'll be there for about 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll come back. Does that sound okay?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, awesome. So get comfortable, okay? Whatever you need to do, get comfortable. And then we're gonna start with some breathing exercises. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Allow it to be 3 or 4 seconds. Hold for 2 and then release through the mouth. So in, 1, 2, 3, hold, 1, 2, release, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now please do at least 2 to 3 more of those while we ground ourselves. With each breath, you begin to feel lighter and become more centered. As you begin this awareness exercise, you may sense, feel, or imagine light entering your body. We're going to start this at the crown of the head. Imagine a soft, white light. It is radiant, it is pure, and it is filling the mind with clarity and peace. At your forehead, your inner vision, you see that white glow of wisdom. This is the inner knowing. Then, at your throat, gentle blue light, opening the way for truth and expression. Now it arrives at your heart, a warm green with pink hued light, filling you with unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness. Now, at your solar plexus, right in the middle of your stomach, a golden light. It resonates at the center of strength, willpower, and confidence. It pulses and becomes very bright, full of the strength and confidence that you desire. At your sacral center, right below the stomach, is a glowing orange flame. This is the home of creativity, flow, and life force. As this glows, so does the creativity flow. And at the base of the spine, a red, grounding light connecting you to earth, stability, and safety. Allow this white universal light to flood through all centers, balancing you fully with every breath. You go deeper and become more relaxed. With every inhale, you bring in that white light, and with every exhale, you release everything holding you in that place of without the pure light. Those blockages are no more, because this white light is flowing through each center. Remember, with each breath, you're going to go deeper and deeper and become more relaxed. Allow yourself to imagine that there is a beautiful light emanating from the highest source of the universe. This light is incredibly beautiful and very peaceful. It is already resonating within you now. As this already is flowing now through your body, you become completely and totally relaxed. Now, as your body continues to be totally relaxed, allow yourself to imagine that your awareness is getting lighter and lighter. Deeply relaxed body, lighter and lighter for your awareness. Now imagine that your awareness becomes so light that it begins to comfortably float just above your body, and that remains deeply relaxed. You find this feeling of floating completely peaceful as the light vibration remains in a complete orb around your body, allowing you to float. You become aware of the most wonderful feeling of unconditional love that is totally surrounding you. Realizing that that light is the source of the unconditional love, it begins to draw you to it. You gently float towards the light, and you find that it pulls you through a sort of tunnel until you find that you are inside this beautiful light. As you become accustomed to this tunnel and this place of white light, you realize that everything here is filled with this loving energy and the most beautiful colors that you have ever seen. There is a scent in the air that smells of beautiful flowers. Jasmine, rose, gardenia. You know that you have smelled these before, and it feels like home. You have found a new world within this light and beauty and love. In front of you, you see a massive building. It towers you. It appears to be a huge cathedral or temple. Somehow you know it is the place of reverence, solitude. There are 10 inviting marble stairs that lead to a landing with rows of massive marble pillars On either side are huge wooden doors. Above the pillars is the roof, and you notice that it says Hall of Knowledge above the majestic entrance. You are drawn to the inviting doors, and you begin to climb into the safe stairs. With each step, you become more and more comfortable and more at peace. You know that when you get to the top of the stairs, you will be totally peaceful and totally calm. You begin to count the stairs. 1, more peaceful, calm. 2, 3, more peaceful, more calm. 4, 5, 6, more peaceful now. 7, 8, more calm now. 9 and 10, you are totally at peace and perfectly calm now. When you walk across the landing, your hand gently reaches out and touches the smooth surface of the pillow. You feel the cool, slippery texture as you pass by. When you reach the oversized wooden doors, you touch the large golden doorknob and instantly know that this place contains all the knowledge I've ever discovered in past, present, and future. You barely push the door and it opens invitingly, so you step in and you look around. You hear the door gently close behind you, but the sound, it echoes through the long halls that are open before you. You notice a huge vaulted ceiling supported by massive marble columns, lighted by beautifully intricate stained glass windows. Walking to the next hall, you see left, and eventually you come to a door with a safe, inviting stairway down. Above the door, the sign says, Akashic Records. Your anticipation is rising because somehow you know that you finally have complete the understanding that makes you more calm and more peaceful. Your stairs are well worn, they're marble, and they lead you safely to the bottom. There, you meet an older man with white hair and a long black robe that almost reaches the floor. Your unconscious mind is deciding what it is that you need to learn today. He is expecting you. He welcomes you warmly, and you tell him what you need. He nods in reverence, and he motions for you to sit at one of his many tables. You look to the right, left, forward, before you, and you see in all directions all rows of bookshelves filled with leather-bound books. You return shortly with several of leather-bound books, and he sets them on the table in front of you, and he leaves you alone. You take one of the books. You notice it has your name on the cover. As you open it, you feel the leather so soft on the cover on your fingers. As you look in, you are surprised to find that instead of the pages, there are moving images like a movie screen. The images are strangely familiar and pulling you into them. You find yourself actually becoming part of the images, experiencing the feelings, emotions, joys, and sorrows. You can see, hear, feel, and taste and smell everything that is happening. You know that at any time you wish, you will be able to step back and become only an observer to the scenes. Now watch what's happening. As you gather all of this information, you hold it in a place that you will remember it, and it will resonate you. Take a moment to gather all of the wisdom from this past life. What is the message? What is the symbol? What is your gift? What does your soul want to bring back into this present life? Allow yourself to feel the gratitude of this journey. Know that all healing, insight is integrating your mind, body, and spirit. Now I want you to imagine you closing the book and gently placing it back on the shelf. You feel gratitude, peace, and many feelings. As you step down the hall of the library, you know that you can always return. You find yourself back at the staircase, ready to ascend. As I count from 1 up to 5, you will return to full awareness. You will be refreshed, alert, and you will retain all of the information that you learned in the past life regression. 1, beginning to come to the body slowly, awareness coming into the toes of the legs to the hips. 2, feeling the energy come back into your body, more awake now. Awareness flowing up your legs to your stomach. 3, bringing back wisdom, love, inspiration. Awareness coming down the arms into the head now. 4, awareness in your complete surrounding, feeling so confident, full of love and peace. 5, opened eyes, fully awake, feeling calm. Now allow yourself to take as long as you need to come to full awareness. Do not rush yourself. And when you are at that point, we will go over what you learned today. How was it? It was nice.
Very relaxing.
It was very relaxing. Sometimes that's just the biggest part, is that you get to that place of comfortability, and then it becomes more easier throughout time to get to that place even. Do you feel like you might have got any messages or anything during the session?
I can't quite remember. It's almost like a dream.
Yeah.
You know, when you get out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
Very cool. And I'm sure over time you'll kind of remember more things that you saw and witnessed, things of that nature. Very cool. So how did you enjoy the entire session today?
It was very nice. I think it's going to help me in the long run for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And so not too specific, but can you tell me in any detail how you think it will help you in the future?
Well, for one thing, it definitely takes away the stress, and it feels almost as if like some narrow pathways are like connecting to each other. So it's very interesting to see how it turns out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, sometimes it does open new realizations, and yeah, I can definitely see how that can even feel like new pathways open up. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. At the end, is it okay if I give you an evaluation form
Yeah, of course.
for this? Awesome, awesome. Well, I want to thank you for your time today, and that will conclude our hypnotherapy session.
Thank you.